Hey friends, I hope y'all are having a great day. Today we're doing another pantry challenge. It's the day after Christmas, and I hope each and every one of y'all had a very Merry Christmas and a blessed Christmas. Just a joyful time. Anyways, so today is day one of the pantry challenge, or use it up challenge, don't go shopping challenge, whatever you want to call it. And I think that I can get through all of this week. I'm just going to show you whatever meals I remember to record or show. Today so far we've had some confetti sheet tray pancakes, and I used some random leftovers today to make us lunch. And then for dinner I'm taking some leftover dressing from Christmas Eve with family, and I'm turning it into meatballs, and then we're going to have spaghetti and meatballs. If you hear like a little clinking thing, it's my fan, like the little pull strings. They're clinking up against the glass. Sorry. Anywho, so I'm going to show y'all all of our meals for today, and then all of the rest of the days, and I hope y'all enjoy. Alright, so for tonight's dinner, we're doing something kind of interesting. So I've got a pound of ground beef in here, and I have 2 eggs. You can kind of see the egg there. And then over here, I've got leftover dressing. Yes, I realized that I burned my dressing a little bit, or got it a little too brown on the edges. It's fine. It tasted just fine. It's still going to taste just fine. But I'm going to take about half of this to start with, because I think that it's going to be more dressing than meat, even with that. Anyways, I'm going to put that over in here and make dressing meatballs to try and use up some of this dressing. I'll show you what it looks like whenever I get it all mixed. Alright, so this is what it looks like once I've got it, or now that I've got it mixed. So now I'm just going to roll it out into meatballs, and I'm just going to bake them in the oven at about 400, I might do 450 until they're done. Probably 20 to 30 minutes. I'll let you know. Alright, I got all of them made, and I have no idea how this is going to turn out. Hopefully good. We shall see. Alright, here's our meatballs out of the oven. It looks like they turned out pretty good. I cooked them in the oven at 450 for almost 30 minutes. And they look great. I think it's going to be real good. So, I know no one needs a tutorial on how to make spaghetti, but I just cook my noodles and add the sauce in. And my husband's not quite home yet. My kids are not quite hungry yet. So I'm just going to put the lid on and let it sit for just a bit. And then we top ours with the meatballs, because some of my kids need it cut up. Some of them don't want the meat. Some people don't want the meatballs. But anyways, yeah. I will show you my plate in a bit. Here's my plate. The dressing meatballs were very good. However, I don't think that spaghetti and meatballs was the best meal for them, because you could very much tell that they were made from dressing because of the flavors. So if I were to make these again, I would serve them on top of mashed potatoes with some gravy. Things that would make sense to go with dressing, if that makes sense. But it was good. Hey guys, so today is day 2 of our pantry challenge. For breakfast, I made some eggs with some leftover ham, cheese, and I turned it into like burritos, or breakfast burritos. And then for lunch, I just warmed up some leftovers from Christmas Eve dinner. And then for dinner tonight, I'm going to take the rest probably of the leftover ham from Christmas Eve and turn it into ham fried rice. I've already cooked up the rice in my Instant Pot. Sorry, video games have ensued. But now, here in a little while, I will finish making the fried rice. So like I told y'all, I'm making the ham fried rice. I already cooked up my rice in the Instant Pot. I set it aside to this bowl. Now I'm cooking up some eggs. I'm just going to cook everything in stages in my Instant Pot and take it out and put it on the side. So it's like a 1 pot plus a bowl or 2 meal. But I'm going to finish cooking these, and I'll set them to the side. And then I'm going to saute my veggies and set those to the side. And then I will saute my ham, and then I will saute or fry up my rice, or get like a little bit of brown bits on it. And add some seasonings and sauces. Alright, here's the veggie sauteing now. Alright, now I'm sauteing the rice, or frying it up to get some brown bits on it. I did it first because I needed to chop up the ham still. So I'm just going to let it get some more brown bits, and then I'll set it off to the side again. And now the ham is in. I'm just going to let it get kind of warmed up a bit. And then I will throw everything back in with some seasonings and sauces. Alright, now I've got everything back in here, and I'm just going to add some soy sauce, hoisin sauce, and a little bit of sriracha. And the reason that it's already kind of brown is because my ham had like some of the cooking juices left on it, so I added those in as well. Oh, that's a pleasant sound. Okay, and then lastly, the sriracha. I'm not going to add a lot, just a little, just for flavor. Some of my kids do not like spicy foods, but some do. Or actually, about half my family likes spicy stuff and half doesn't. Anyways, I'm going to give this a good mix, and then I'm just going to put it on the keep warm setting until we're ready to eat. Here's my plate, or, well, actually my bowl. The seasoning on the top is Cajun two-step, and after I took the picture, I did add sriracha to the top of mine. It was super delicious. My family all loves fried rice, so it's always a crowd pleaser at our house. Alright, so it's day 3 of our pantry challenge. For breakfast, my kids had cereal. For lunch, I made some tomato soup with some grilled cheese. And the tomato soup I just made with leftover spaghetti sauce from spaghetti the other night. And then for dinner, we're having creamy chicken pasta. And it's very similar to the ranch chicken spaghetti in the crock pot. I just didn't have all the ingredients, so I'm kind of modifying the recipe. But I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So I'm taking this package of chicken, and I'm going to put one in my crock pot. And it looks dirty, but I promise it's clean. And I'm just going to cook it on high for a while, and then later I'll show you what else I add to it. And in the Instant Pot, I'm adding the other 4 chicken breasts, and I'm going to pressure cook them for 30 minutes, and we'll have those 2 other nights. Alright, so earlier I put this in the crock pot, and I did nothing to it. It was frozen. Now I'm just going to add half a block of cream cheese, and that'll be all. Alright, normally I'd add a full block, but since I only have half a block, I'm going to also add in a small can of cream of chicken soup. Alright, here goes the cream of chicken. That's just not going to stay up there. Alright, I'm going to scrape this can out, and I'm just going to let it cook for a little bit longer before I shred it up. So, I let this sit a little bit longer than I wanted to, and I meant to turn it down to low. We had to run to town, so it got a little overcooked. It's going to be fine though. I'm just going to chop this up, mix it together, and then I'll show you what I'm doing next. Alright, so I've got this last little bit of spinach here, and you can see it's already on the way out. So I'm going to add it in. I'm going to add in some water. Give it a mix. Alright, and now there's the water. I'm going to mix this all up. Alright. Now I add a full pound of garden rotini, and I'm going to add enough water to cover the pasta. Alright, so this is what it looks like. I added about 7 cups in total, because I added 2 cups just a minute ago, and then I added 5 more cups. Now I'm just going to put the lid on and let it cook on high for about 30 minutes. I know it doesn't look very hot right now. It's going to look good, I promise. Alright, so about every 10 to 15 minutes you will want to stir it. That way it just gets stirred up, and then the pasta gets like stuck together or anything. I don't really know. But it's been about 10 minutes now. So I'm giving it its first stir, and now I'll just show you whenever it's done. Alright, it's done now. I added a little bit too much liquid, so it's a little soupy. That's okay, it still looks really good, and it's going to be delicious. Here's my bowl. This was so good. My family all loved it, and it did thicken after it cooled, kind of like hamburger helper. Hey guys, so today is technically day 5, but I forgot to record a little snippet of me telling y'all all the meals that we had yesterday, so I'm doing that now. So I'll look exactly the same whenever you see me later for day 5. Anyways, on day 4 we had blueberry corn muffins for breakfast. I made some basically cornbread muffins and I put blueberries in them. They were really good. For lunch, we mostly worked on leftovers, but I also made some cheesy au gratin potatoes. Those just came from a box. And then for dinner, I made some chicken tacos. So I've got 2 of the 4 chicken breasts, and I also have a lot of the chicken broth. It's most all of the chicken broth that was left from cooking them. And I've shredded up the chicken. Now I'm going to add a lot of seasonings, including salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, cumin, paprika, some tomato chicken bouillon, and some Cajun two-step. I'm also going to add in a drained can of corn. Then I will pressure cook this for 4 minutes just to kind of get it warmed through, get all the flavors combined. On the side, I'm also going to be making some sauteed onions that I think I show. And then I'm just going to have a can of refried beans on the side. I literally don't do anything to them because my kids don't mind them just straight out of the can. I think there are some seasonings added in the ones that we have. I think it's kind of like some lard or something along with some seasonings. So it's already kind of seasoned. And I'll also warm up some tortillas and shred up the last of the cheese that we have. And of course, I'm also going to set out some hot sauce on the side for those of us who like hot sauce or spicier things. This dinner came together super quickly and my family loved it. Here's those onions. I'm just doing a whole bunch of quick transitions for y'all. I wish it was that quick, don't you? And they were delicious. We love caramelized onions. And here's my plate. Super good and super easy. Hey guys, so it's day 5. We already talked about earlier how I forgot to record yesterday. Anyways, for breakfast today, I made some oven hash browns, like the O'Brien style ones. And I also made some eggs. And for lunch, we had leftovers. We have plenty of leftovers. And for dinner, I'm making some chicken pot pie. This is going to be the last day that I record because tomorrow I'm going grocery shopping. Although tomorrow we'll probably most likely have leftovers again or like a yo-yo night. I don't know if I'll remember to record that. If I do, then I will like clip that on at the end. But anyways, let me show you the chicken pot pie. Alright, so I've got a whole big container of mixed vegetables I'm gonna put in. Hold on, let me just dump them in first. Alright, there they are. So I did have them in the freezer because a while back I opened up a huge can of them and I just stuck the rest in the freezer. I am gonna go ahead and use the rest of these because it's gonna be just fine. But now I'm gonna add the last little bit of chicken broth from yesterday, or well, actually from the day before whenever I cooked up all the chicken. Alright, now I'm gonna add in this shredded chicken. And I'm going to cook this on medium heat until everything is nice and warm. So once everything was warmed through, I'm now adding in a can of cream of mushroom, a can of cream of chicken, and a little packet of baked potato flavored instant potatoes. I'm adding in the instant potatoes because I decided to make this a chicken pot pie soup because I realized I didn't have enough bacon grease and I had no butter to make biscuits, and I didn't think that I would be able to make a pie crust even with the bacon grease amount that I had left. So we just had chicken pot pie soup and it was delicious. So we made it 5 extra days without going to the grocery store, which I think is great. I think we could have held out and made 6 days or waited 6 days, but we didn't, and that's okay. For January, I am going to be doing a low spend January. And I'm going to bring y'all along with me and show y'all all the things that we make. But anyways, thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope y'all enjoyed. Never ever forget that Jesus loves y'all and I love y'all too. I hope y'all have a wonderful day and a happy new year. And I will see y'all next year. Bye.